Hey there, trumpet players. How's it going today? I'm just oiling my valves really quick before we get started. Hopefully you guys have done that too. Thank you to everyone who sent in those videos this week. I just wanted to remind everyone too, obviously we have the comments box on the side, but also if you look in the description below the video, we do have a Google Drive link to all of the music pages that I'm showing you guys. So just in case you lost your book, or maybe, I know one of my students came in and she was like, my dog ate my book. No, seriously. So in case your dog ate your book or something, we do have a link to all of those pages down in the video description. So for today, now that we've got our trumpets out, valves are all oiled, I'm going to set my tuning slide out, remember, just like 1/4 inch. And let's start with some nice warm-ups. Alright, as you know, back on page 37, we have our special page for trumpet. Those are your trumpet-specific warm-ups. So first thing I want to do, actually isn't on the page, I just want to walk up our first 5 notes. So go C, D, E, F, G. Just to walk up to this G right here. Blow some air through our horn. Get it warm. Alright. Try it. And you can hold out the notes a little bit. Nice. Alright, lip builders. Let's go through these kind of slowly. So remember that little comma above the staff? That means breath. They want you to take a breath right there. Let's try it. Lip builders. And just in case you didn't notice, I'm sure that you guys did because we've done these before, but the numbers right below, those are the numbers that you're going to be holding down for that whole measure. So that first measure is all just open. The second measure is all just our second finger. Alright? Same thing with the third measure. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Next one. Next one, first finger. Alright, so the next warm-up that I want to do, there's a lot of different type of warm-ups, but I like to group my warm-ups kind of into 3 different categories. Okay? So we have our flexibility exercises. All of these lip builders, these are flexibility exercises because it's seeing how flexible you are if you're playing on the same fingering to go between all of the different notes. So flexibility studies are really, really important to playing trumpet. The next type of warm-up, which is the next one we're going to do, is long tones. So this is where there are a lot of half notes or longer in an exercise, and it's all about playing those long notes. And these long tone studies, they help you develop good tone. When I was really, really focused on building my tone, there's a special trumpet book called the Arbans. Ooh, I see someone just said hi. I don't know who it is though. Actually, I have a copy of my Arbans right here. Let me just get my notebook off of it. Okay, this is my special trumpet book called the Arbans. And the Arbens is basically like a dictionary for trumpet playing. All right. And so I had these long tone exercises that I would do in the Arbens. And they would take me an hour every single day. And I spent an hour playing whole notes for over a month straight. But by the end of it, I had a really, really nice tone. So our long tones, playing whole notes and stuff, really, really help with that. So this song, Southern Roses, is actually a really, really good exercise for long tones. Because we've got these longer notes and these longer phrases. And so I like even using this song as a warm-up. So first let's read a little bit about some of the things we'll encounter in Southern Roses. Slur. A slur is a curved line that connects two or more notes of different pitches. Tongue the first note and move to the next notes without tonguing. Don't stop blowing. Okay, so a slur is that little happy face underneath the notes when it's going between multiple notes. The next one is a tie. A tie is a curved line that connects two or more notes of the same pitch. Hold the note for the combined value of the notes. So this normally happens when we have a note that's held over our bar line. And it's the same note, but we want to play it because we can only have our note be as long as the measure is. So if we want to hold a note longer than a measure is in any given piece of music, we need to have a tie to tie that note to the next measure so that we keep holding it. So again, a slur is between notes of different pitches, and a tie is that curved line between notes that are the same pitch. All right, so I'm going to test you guys a little bit. So you guys that are commenting in that comment box, let's see who can get these answers. All right, so at the beginning of line number 2, that first measure, what do we have, a slur or a tie in that measure? Slur, good. Yeah, I have a slur in that measure. How about at the beginning of line 4? All right, line 4 is slur as well. And then, now here is the trick question. In the last 3 measures of Southern Roses, so discluding that first measure, what do we have? A slur or a tie? All right, this was a trick question because we actually have both. We have a tie from the 2 F notes, but then you'll notice, see how there's 2 curves underneath it? So we have a tie tying those Fs together, but we have a slur going from D, E, all the way to F. So that whole phrase is slurred, but in the middle of the slur, we also have a tie. So we have both a slur and a tie in that last measure. Kind of crazy. All right, enough talking about slurs and ties. Let's play Southern Roses. Oops, always hit my piano. Okay, so starting on a C, all we're going between those first 5 notes that we all already know. C, F, E, D, E, F, G, D. Okay? Let's try it. 2 measure count off. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. all of those slurs and ties in there correctly. So that one's a really, really great warm-up. That's on page 17. So a reminder for our warm-ups today, we did page 37, the lip builders, and page 17, Southern Roses. Okay, so that covered two of the three categories of warm-ups that I like to do. So we had our flexibility study, the lip builders. Then we did some long tones with Southern Roses. And then the last one, which we aren't really going to hit today, but hopefully we'll do, I think we're going to do it next week, is tonguing exercises. So these help when you have really, really fast passages. Actually, yeah, we should do it next week because I think I have a song that's going to require it that we're going to be playing next week. So when you have really, really fast passages of notes, your tongue has to be fast enough to keep up with all those notes. So like if I'm playing a slow C scale, that's not that hard. It's kind of like a medium speed. It doesn't take that much time. But as I get faster, so maybe I try to play that really, really fast, it's kind of like messy, right, when I played it fast that time. So if I want to get that cleaner, what I have to do is I have to work on tonguing exercises. So that's just, it's slowly building up stuff that has faster notes that are constantly moving. And it'll help you get a lot of clarity when you're trying to play stuff fast. So we'll work on some of those next week. But for this week, let's, just in case you guys haven't worked on it yet, I've got our A note. Let's work on Old MacDonald. So an A, this is right above our G. So if we're going between the C and the G, let's talk about the differences between that C and that G. So when I'm playing a C, I'm thinking, ah, my jaw is being dropped, my tongue is really depressed in my mouth. Okay, so if you say say ah with me, and then play your trumpet. That's going to be the sound of a C, or yeah, low C. But as we get into the higher notes, we don't want an ah sound anymore. We want an E sound. So say E. E, ah, E. Do you see? You can even see it in the video. Ah, E. Look, my tongue goes all the way up in my mouth. Ah, E. So think of an E sound. Say E, E. And then let's try to play that same note, except this time it's going to be a G. Ah, E. So in an A, it's going to be that same E sound because we're up higher. We're up even higher than that G. So this is going to be like going between an E and an A. Ah, E. That's our A. So in Old MacDonald, we have a few of these A's. Fingers 1 and 2. So as we go through this and we practice it, you guys will get good at playing this. It's repetition. You got to keep practicing those high notes if you want to get higher. The more you play them, the faster you're going to progress. All right, Old MacDonald. Let's take a look at this song form. All right, so we've got our first line, and then we've got a repeat back to the beginning, and then we play the rest of the song all the way through. So let's look at this first line first. You probably already know it. Listen one time, and I want you to play just the fingerings on your finger. Don't blow any air, just like go like this. Ba, 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 beep, beep, ba. Okay, I'll play it. All right, let's play it together. Trumpets up. 1, 2, 3, and. good news for you guys. We just learned not one, but 3 parts of the song just by learning that one line. Because we've got our first line, and then that first line repeats. There's time number 2. And then if you look at the last line, it's the same as the first line. So that's 3 whole parts of the song, which means we only have 1 part of the song left to learn. 1 more 4-bar phrase. So this song, like we talked about last week too, it's a pretty common song form where we have pattern 1, pattern 1 again, pattern 2, and then pattern 1. So we call that, if we give all the patterns that we're playing a letter, so let's call this first one A. So we're playing A, then a new pattern of that's 4 bars long, B, and then the last one is A. So we're playing A, B, A song form. This is really, really common, especially in jazz. If any of you guys came to my improv class on Fridays, we're going to keep talking about A, B, A song forms. Last week we worked on the blues mostly, which isn't A, B, A. But we're going to get into A, B, A song forms in that improv class. Okay, so this B section, that's all we got to learn now for this one. You know, they gave us, I wonder if it's like that in my book too. Let me check this out really quick actually. Because if you guys look in this B section, there's a low A, which, oh yeah, that's a misprint. Okay, there's a misprint in this PDF. So if you guys have your blue book out in front of you, this first line, do you guys see how in the second measure there's a low A? That shouldn't be there. That should just be a regular F. Okay? So that line will sound like this. So those are all Fs in that measure. That is not a low A. Alright, let's try just those 2 measures together. So F, 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 C, C, F, F, F. Second line, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. Alright, this is actually going to be a good warm-up to tongue for us, because look at all these 8th notes in the row. Those are all Fs on this line, this third line right after that. Sounds like this. Let's try that 4th line together. Oh, sorry, 3rd line, not 4th line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. Alright, let's play this middle section together. So these 2 middle lines. And remember that F on the PDF. Here we go, B section. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I think that we are ready to play this whole song top to bottom. So before we do that, let me just go over what we did in our lesson today. So first we started with our first part of our warm-up, our flexibilities, the lip builders on page 37. Then we went over to page 17 and played some long tones with the song Southern Roses. And then to finish up our lesson, we did Old MacDonald on page 15. If you want to do more than just Old MacDonald this week, there are some other songs on page 16. We'll probably get to those next week. And again, all of these are in a Google Drive link in the description right below the video. So please take a video of yourself this week. Some flexibilities, maybe those long tones. If you want to show it to us, definitely Old MacDonald. Send us a video of you playing that to homework@theorchestraplace.com. But to finish off today, you can type any questions if you have any in the comment box over there. Otherwise, let's play through Old MacDonald one more time and we will call it a day. All right, Old MacDonald, whole song all the way through. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and... Repeat. Nice. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'll see you all next week. Ciao.